All right, y'all. So I just finished giving my full moon lunar eclipse report to my Living by the Night's Light program peeps, and we gotta talk about it. So let's get into it. So this full moon lunar eclipse is going to be happening in the sign of Virgo and is going to be peaking at 2:54 a.m. Eastern Time on March 14th. For many of us, this is going to be highlighting the 10th house. Now, Virgo naturally rules over the 6th house, okay? So we are going to be really thinking about how we are showing up in workspaces, okay? How we are showing up for ourselves as well as others in those public spaces, in our career spaces, things like that, and making sure that we are still receiving what we need from the situation as well. There's probably going to be some energies from the past revisiting us during this transit, particularly around work topics, okay? So if you've got any kind of skeletons in your closet around work, then you can expect those things to kind of pop up around this lunar eclipse. Definitely double check and see if you are going to be able to see this eclipse. For many of us in the United States, we will be able to see it, so definitely check in and see if you'll be able to see it as well. And set an alarm overnight because, it's kind of late. Now, lunar eclipses are a really good time, just like a full moon, to let things go, okay? But the thing about eclipses, I think anybody who's been here for a while knows, they can be a little chaotic, okay? So if you are going to be working with this eclipse energy, please know that the chaos can and probably will come in a little bit with your release. But I want to also remind you that sometimes we need a little bit of chaos to shake things up so that we'll move, so that we'll change, especially if it's somewhere that we feel really comfortable, even if it's not really good for us. This is also going to be a really big time of healing, okay, because of some of the other aspects that are happening with this moon, including the moon being in opposition to Saturn, as well as being trine with Pluto, okay? So big rebirth energy, okay? Big transformation energy, but only if we are willing to do the fucking work behind it. Now, this lunar eclipse is also steeped in retrograde energy, okay? So we really need to be paying attention to the things that are popping up in front of us, all right? Retrogrades are a great time to be rethinking, revising, reconnecting, okay? Making sure that things that we are doing are still in alignment for us, making space to reflect, things like that. And because we are navigating both Venus as well as Mercury retrograde during this time, well, the shadow of Mercury retrograde during this particular time, we need to be in that mind space of reviewing, reflecting, taking more time than usual, being patient, things like that. If you are someone whose big three has Virgo placements, or if you are someone who has a stellium in Virgo, then you're really going to feel this one, okay? Set aside some extra time for self-care, things like that. Take really good care of yourself. But also don't shy away from the work. This can be a deeply intuitive time for us, but we need to be willing to dive in deeply into ourselves and see what comes up for us with this. So how are you going to stay open to the lessons that this lunar eclipse has for you? Let me know in the comments, and go ahead and share where Virgo sits in your chart, and I'll share a little something for you too. Either way, good luck with this one, friends, and I'll see you next time.